Well, welcome to a new Harry's Garage video, and as you can tell, we're back down at Prestige Refinishing to go and see the Zagato. Lots of you have been emailing, writing in, what's happened to the Zagato? It has been 4 months since I was last here, but Prestige Refinishing had a number of cars arrive unexpectedly over the Christmas period, and they had to crack on with those. So there's a slight pause on this. And also, since the last video, Adrian has been working some magic on some bits that we didn't know. Some extra corrosion appeared just when we thought we'd finished, and he had to rebuild those. So anyway, we'll discuss all that, have a catch up. Adrian and Sam are here, so I'll go behind the camera now. Let's go and see what they've been up to. Lovely to see you again. And yeah, it's all gone one colour and looks so sharp. That's the thing that struck me when I came in. I know, yeah, the lights probably enhance it, but just looking along the top there, it never looked like that. It never had that sort of sharpness to the
No, the steel it's pretty good.
No, this was full of filler straight across there.
Yeah, it's
never
pretty,
had that,
it's pretty good
dish.
now because there's nothing in it at all. We've got a couple of lines here that they're a little bit wonky, but we're going to fettle those and make sure they're perfectly square.
And here, this one here as well.
Pretty sharp. They meet up perfectly with the headlight finishers, so they actually meet perfectly on that.
You've been adding lights on it, haven't you?
Yeah,
just
we've
to
been
see
putting the lights on,
like.
make sure they fit, i.e. the indicators and the driving lights in the front.
Yeah,
they all fit perfectly.
I just mentioned the bonnet when I came in, and you said, "Oh, we've got to do something with that as well."
Just to make sure that the bonnet has exactly the same angle as the top stands on the wings.
Oh, I see.
Just so it runs through. It's not bolted at the moment, so it's just sitting in the hole.
Wow. Did you find any extra corrosion at the front? Wasn't there? There was
a couple of parts on the wing lips that were rotten here. So Adrian's actually cut those off, made new ones, welded those in.
Since I was last here, that's
been done. The hole on this side here for the wing repeater was in the wrong place.
Right.
So we've cut that out, made that new, complete new part. And when we get that up here, we'll recut that hole to match the other side perfectly, so we get in perfect position.
I just love this line down here.
The actual swage of the wings are actually all right.
It's fantastic.
So these are nice sharp lines.
Yeah. But you're thinking that the wheel arch, putting the primer on is just
where this wheel arch has been played around with before previously. This one's slightly different. It's slightly shorter than this side.
Right.
So we are going to address it. We'll probably address both of them to get a happy medium. So this one's a little bit longer. It's about 5 to 8 mil.
Is it?
Deeper than the other side, which we can sort out, or as you can sort out.
Yeah, I think that's the thing I've discovered on this journey, that this is a bespoke car, Zagato. If you buy a Zagato, every car is bespoke, and it always has this sort of detail finish that isn't quite the same side to side, positioning of lights, etc. And you were saying you've actually had an owner of one of these, he bought it new.
He did, bought it new, and he discovered that the car was quite thick in filler from new.
Right.
So that,
So it is with the territory. It's a one-off car.
It is, yeah. I mean, this one here, we've actually, or Adrian's managed to hammer most of these panels out.
Well, that's
a new section.
That's a new
section. But most of them, these cars got hardly any filler in it at all.
Now.
Now.
Yeah. Rather than the bucket loads that we had when we started.
It's absolutely perfect. The front panel.
Yeah,
we cleaned all the bits off that. It's absolutely perfect. There's no filler in that at all. That's as it was. We dug out the gutters, took all the paint out the gutters, which we found the original chassis number.
Oh yeah,
absolutely perfect.
We'll have a look at that before we disappear. I'll drop it in. Have a look at it. And I think the last video you sent me, actually, Adrian, was the door, which came as a surprise. I'll just add that clip when you reveal what was under the skin now.
Just sanded off the edge to release this door skin, and lifting this up, you can see the original bit of door skin that's been left on there, and that's the original colour.
Oh, at least that helps us to...
you'd be able to identify that colour from that, wouldn't you?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was magic, and especially when you revealed the colour underneath, which is that.
Yeah, we found
part
this
there.
part of the door skin had been left underneath the new one that they put on.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know.
Why would you do that? It just makes life hard for yourself, doesn't it? I would have thought.
Well, that's sort of corrosion, just didn't even cover it up. That would just corrode the new door
So
skin
that was
straight
just
out.
like that underneath. And it also makes it hard because that's where the door handle was, wasn't it? Because you actually had the cut out. You had to fit your door fixings.
Yeah, through
on
both of them.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. No sense at all.
So what we done with the door, before I hung that door on, before I cut this lot off, I gapped it,
that's right,
ground the gaps back, and then I've made a paper template ready to make my skin.
Isn't it?
Yeah, then I've taken the door off, and I've had to cut the bottom off. This was what was on the bottom of the door.
Right.
It was just a mess.
Yeah, that should be made in one part.
And they've welded various bits on, and there's all this
bit of gas welding, a bit of MIG.
shocker. Why has it got so many holes in it as well?
It was rotten. They didn't even cut the rot out before they put that.
There's a thick iron bar in there for some reason.
Oh.
So obviously you put a bit of strength back in the door.
Yeah.
Unless they put that in, cut that off, and then I don't know what they've done.
But this is your version.
Yeah, so I've made new sections here.
Terrific.
And swaged it all up, hammered it all in. And if you look this side, I put the strengtheners in there. I don't know exactly how they went, but that looked about right to me.
Right.
So that'll all look quite, pretty original.
Terrific. Yeah.
And then I had to put a new lip on the back of this because that had disappeared. So I welded a new lip on there.
Okay.
And then I've just hung the door again, and then I'll ground that lip back, cut that lip back to give me the gap that I wanted. So I folded a piece of metal like a door skin would be.
Yes.
And then if you slip that over, that will give us the gap. So that's going to be our gap.
That's the gap. Right.
Yeah.
And so you've actually have to shape this then?
Yes, I've cut that back. I'll put that on there longer, so when I shave it was overhanging the quarter panel, and I made a template and then stuck that back on there and gapped it, cut that off, and the bottom piece as well I made longer. So I've now done the same with that, so when the door skin goes on, it will be level.
It's right. You're level with. That's the only thing you can go on this because it's peculiar. This isn't a shut line at the bottom of the door on this thing, is it? It's all ends.
It's the bottom of the quarter panel. Yeah. So when I put my skin on, that will come dead level with the bottom of it.
That's brilliant.
So that frame now is ready to go with the door skin.
Right.
So the steel's coming this week, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be today actually.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
So that's the next job. I'm doing the doors and making the door skins, and we get them hammered on.
That's fantastic. And I think since I was last here, you were going to put that swage line in there, this one, coming down over the wheel arch is terrific, and there are those amazing bowls that you made underneath that now fit perfectly on there.
Yeah, this is a part. I think we sent you a clip. We actually had to take this bit off. Had two welds through the middle of it.
You decided
to
go
actually
against it.
Couldn't look at that. Had to come out. So we did actually cut that out and make a new.
Did you? So it was so thin, wasn't it? It was just horrid.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
So it's actually gone.
And this area at the back is where you ended up saying, I can't live with this.
Yeah.
And you had a look. Yeah. Because the tailgate, when we were last here, if we put it flush there, it sat well above there.
It was completely wrong. The shape of it was completely wrong.
And so what you've actually ended up doing was
cut this all the way.
I thought we'd finished, and then
this section I literally took out and made a new bit because it's made up of 3 sections. This.
Is it?
Yeah, with strengtheners, so I could see where it was originally made and then replicated it.
Right.
And put that in. I'll put the drains in.
Before we go any further, I'm going to drop in that bit of video now and you just see what Aidan did at the back here. Right,
I've made this section now and we've put the fold in it, I've trimmed it up, but now I've got to put a curve in it. So it meets this rear panel, and what we're going to use is our edge shrinker here. So I'm going to just go along this, and you'll see what it does. It pulls the edges pulls the metal together and we'll create a curve. And as you can see, it's curving already. So I'll work that in until I get the correct shape. Well, that's not bad in the middle now. I've just got to pull these ends right round. Right, I've just made this section, which is the second part of this rear bit. This is going to fit in here, and I'm going to MIG the ends and spot weld that onto the rear. Now this is what was there before. It's in 3 sections. You've got the top bit, the middle bit, then the bit at the bottom. So the top bit's already in. Now I'm putting the middle piece in, and then I'll make the bottom part, and that will be welded in and spot welded through as well. I've MIG welded the ends of this new piece in now, and I've just checked my spot welder and spot welded a bit of scrap metal together to make sure that it's spotting all right. So now I'm going to spot weld this piece on.
Quite a lot of work doing that, wasn't it?
This
and
bit,
then,
getting this right.
Yeah, and it's just transformed it, hasn't it?
But it looks original now because you can see spot welds where I spot welded it.
It's
and that's how they should be.
Yeah. More, and you ended up having to do something here as well, didn't you?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, repair a bit up there.
Well, you had to cut that out. The inner part had rotted out as well, so you end up having to make the inner and outer part of that gutter.
Right. And that's what drove the first delay, and then the Christmas surprise cars, and that's why we're 4 months now, and we're cracking on.
Yeah, there was a few.
Well, we're getting there now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
But what I love is this now is the original. You've put these drain holes that didn't exist on mine when I bought
No, they go through the floor and then out through the rear panel now.
Brilliant.
So that would be connected via rubber pipe.
And that's why mine had rotted out, because they didn't exist.
No, they weren't there.
It just
So all the water
swirled
was just
around in the
in.
back. I still can't get over those sharp lines, because the thing is, a lot of these Zagatos just don't have this anymore, because it's just been filled over. Yeah, and the amount of resprays they've had to have, and it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, well, most people actually back in the day would round these edges off.
Yeah.
To get rid of the sharpness, because obviously they couldn't keep them straight, and it's easier to keep a big hole, and obviously your eye can't follow it. So yeah, the nice sharp edges around everything, it keeps it nice and sharp and straight and square.
That's lovely. I mean, it is extraordinary, but it's how it left the factory, but soon disappeared. Getting to the tailgate then, you're still determined you're not going to use the glass fibre?
No, we're not using that.
You are
definitely not. We're going to make a new one.
You're definitely going to make another one. Well, you made the rest of the car, so one more part. Eh?
Yeah,
but and I did suggest using alloy, but you're not sure about that, are you? Really?
No. Well, I think we'll go with steel. It's easier. Well, it's not easier. It's just.
It's how it was originally.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. And you were saying, well, you know, I suggested the alloy door skins, but putting alloy onto a steel inner door is just bad news, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just,
you get a reaction between the two different metals.
Yeah. We carry on round then. We've got what we got here. So that's original door skin still on there.
Yep.
Have we got? Can we see they done the same thing again?
Yeah.
They left a bit at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. In there.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, double skins. You can see it there, top bit. So
this
weird.
is that.
And then of course along here. Yeah, you can see it along here, can't you?
Yeah, you can see 3 different layers.
3 different layers. Yeah.
See, this is that swage line I was saying about.
Right.
So we're going to need the mouldings to get that right. Otherwise, we'll bang that chrome moulding on top, and it might not line up.
Yeah.
So I need the glass in and that moulding, so when we do the door skins I can adjust this up and down, this swage line, to get that to fit right. But this is what we're on now. I'm going to gap this door up to make it right, make another template like I've done that one, then I'll take it off, take the skin off, repair the frame, and then it'll be up to that level.
Pushed it out just so we can see that part at the back, which is so different. I can probably, if I get down here, you can probably see those drain holes should be appearing somewhere. Right? There they are. hole there and there, 2 holes.
Yeah, and there's another one, but for the petrol
is
filler,
there?
there wasn't one on yours either,
is
so
there?
that would have just filled up with water
Oh,
again
right.
and would have gone inside. So I've put a drain there, and it comes down the corner, and it comes out
Is it somewhere?
by the spring there. Just feel it there. I've got my finger on it.
Oh, excellent.
So there's a pipe there that drains.
Yeah, we've had the rear lights in. The rear lights fit perfectly. I think Gordon's taken the rear lights.
Yeah.
He's trying to get new lenses, isn't
He
he?
is, yeah.
Right. Well, it's got to a standard now, which I never expected to see. Yeah, I ought to drop in some of the horror that was here. You sort of tend to forget when you see it like this. I mean, it's been quite a journey. And you ended up also doing something with the gutter, did you?
The gutter was on the original side, on the original one. I think, yeah, we cut those off.
Oh, right.
Yeah, at both sides, I did.
Yeah, both
Did
sides.
you?
Both sides,
Do you do?
Yeah, into
The
the roof as
sections
well,
of the
yeah.
roof and the internal.
If you remember,
structure.
from the original ones, this was about 3 or 4 layers thick,
Right.
and they'd actually welded it all the way through the edges. Yeah, we've cut those off and done those.
I can't wait to weigh this car once it's all finished from where it started to where
Did
it
you
is
weigh
now.
it before?
Yeah,
How did it?
yeah. I got weight on it. Yeah, because there's filler, there's steel, there's all sorts. I mean, I suppose there was rust, wasn't there? And therefore we have replaced rust with metal.
Well,
It's because it's heavy.
this little bit here, I mean,
I
that
couldn't
alone
get
is
over.
it's heavy.
Well, it's underneath. Well, yeah, if you look on, well, there's about a filler here, isn't there, along this edge.
Yeah.
If you turn it over, it's got all this rust proofing or sound deadening or
Yeah.
something on it.
Tarry based stuff.
It's quite a thick bit of steel there as well.
It's covered in lead as well, isn't it?
There's lead on it as
Yeah,
well.
there's lead on it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and these bits, just double layers everywhere.
So many layers, yeah. And
That's
that's a bit of steel in there as well. I wonder if he was a farmer that owned it. I don't know, sort of thing that farmer would do as a farmer myself. Really is coming along now, and it's just the sharpness that I think will be recognisable. And it's also very interesting having that original owner owned it from you and saying how much filler was in it originally. I am pretty sure this is better finished than it was from you.
Definitely.
You know.
I mean, the ones we've seen that have come up here actually have not had the sharp
No.
edges. They should be sharp. They weren't.
Yeah, so
Didn't have that flare on the wing.
No, they were completely filled over
that's
as well.
what that last one I showed. Yeah, didn't have that.
Yeah, we actually repaired another one that had been filled from there to there. They'd actually lost a dip, but when we took the filler out of it, the actual arch was underneath.
Oh, was it? Well,
yeah,
it
it was.
did it.
I don't know. I think people are just sort of filling them and get to a stage now where they've lost the actual arch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this bit as well
Yeah.
was flat, wasn't
I,
it?
I can't get over that. That is such a lovely. I mean,
Yeah, it's quite a nice shape.
Really nice shape. You just don't see it rise. That rise there is quite dramatic on it from standard. Yeah. Well, it's going to look very different So door skins next, tailgates,
Then tailgate, yeah.
and then.
Well, I'm going to actually do the body while Adrian's doing the steel work on the doors.
Yeah.
So we'll probably, by the time you're finished, I'm not going to be far behind.
Yeah.
It's going to be ready to paint.
Yeah. But you're going to add lights, everything. Dummy build it before you put any colour on it.
Make sure all the lines are dead straight as well. So the doors will
On
be
the sway line. Yeah, because that we haven't. You've got to do this sway line. You can sort of see how it's not pronounced on there. It's nothing like here.
Yeah.
And then you hit the door, it all goes a bit, just nothing. And then we're back on it again.
Over it, they just sort of rolled it over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's made them doors.
Yeah, rather than having a fold through the door,
Rather
they
than
just
proper
sort of rolled it
fold.
over.
It's completely different, isn't it?
Bent it over his knee, I think.
Yeah, he's got a bony knee, but it does look so good. Brilliant. Well, thanks, guys. I will come down in a few weeks. Not going to leave it 4 months this time.
No, definitely not.
No, it arrived in July, so I would like to think it would be back altogether.
Yeah, maybe on now.
Gordon's itching to put that engine. I think he's fed up of tripping up over it in the workshop. So
we've got to do some work on the engine bay, and then that will be finished in, I believe, satin black.
that's it. I want it.
Are we sealing it and undersealing it?
I'll do that.
Yes, please do. I don't want this to go through this again in 3 years' time.
That's it,
We're wax inject it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
do
you
that
could.
afterwards, we'll do
Yeah,
it in the car.
that'd be ace.
Brilliant. Thank you, guys.
Well, there you are. Great to catch up with Sam and Adrian again, and to see the Zagato sort of looking spectacular, especially when you consider what it looked like when it first arrived here. Hopefully we're not going to leave it quite so long to the next visit, but thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, well, keep watching, keep subscribing, more videos coming along very soon.